Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating corners of American numismatics as we explore 6 of the most valuable and expensive ultra-rare United States coins ever issued. These aren't just pieces of metal. They're powerful links to the earliest chapters of American history, stories of presidents, pivotal moments, minting mysteries, and coins so rare that only a handful exist today. From legendary early-era issues tied to the nation's founding leaders to modern treasures made valuable by rarity, condition, and historic errors, this topic is a great one. And just to gently set the stage for accuracy before diving in, no United States coin was actually minted during 1797-1801 that features John Adams' portrait, because U.S. coins did not depict presidents until more than a century later. Instead, the most valuable and collectible coin associated directly with John Adams is the John Adams Presidential $1 coin, issued in 2007, as part of the Presidential $1 coin program to honor his presidency from 1797 to 1801. With that historical framing in mind, here is a detailed, collector-focused overview written in the exact depth and narrative style you requested. The John Adams Presidential $1 coin stands as one of the most historically meaningful modern U.S. dollar coins, connecting contemporary numismatics with the formative years of the American Republic. Issued to commemorate the second President of the United States, whose term ran from 1797 to 1801, this coin appeals strongly to collectors who value early American history translated into modern coinage. While common examples are affordable, the most expensive and valuable specimens, especially those with rare edge lettering errors or pristine high-grade conditions, have become highly sought after in today's market. Its worth is driven not only by scarcity in select varieties, but also by its symbolic association with John Adams' role in shaping American independence, diplomacy, and constitutional government, giving the coin a lasting presence in modern numismatic collections. The historical context behind this coin is deeply tied to both John Adams' presidency and the broader Presidential $1 coin program launched by the U.S. Mint in 2007. The program was designed to honor deceased U.S. presidents in the order they served, beginning with George Washington and followed by John Adams, whose administration oversaw critical moments such as the Quasi-War with France and the strengthening of federal institutions. Minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, the John Adams dollar reflects a modern tribute to a leader from the nation's earliest era, bridging the gap between the 18th century presidency and 21st century coin production. Its release coincided with renewed public interest in early American political history, further enhancing its cultural and collector appeal. In terms of unique features, the John Adams Presidential $1 coin is instantly recognizable for its bold, modern design combined with historical symbolism. The obverse features a detailed portrait of John Adams facing right, accompanied by inscriptions of his name, the order number of his presidency, and the years of his term, 1797–1801. The reverse carries the familiar Statue of Liberty design used throughout the series, symbolizing freedom and continuity in American ideals. Struck in a manganese brass-clad composition, the coin has a golden appearance, a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, and a weight of 8.1 grams. One of its most distinctive technical elements is the edge lettering, which includes the year of minting, mint mark, and the mottos, E pluribus unum, and In God We Trust, a feature that plays a crucial role in its most valuable varieties. Rarity and condition are what separate ordinary John Adams dollars from the most expensive and desirable examples. While millions were minted for circulation, a small number exhibit dramatic edge lettering errors, including missing lettering, doubled inscriptions, or inverted text, which occurred during the early implementation of the edge engraving process. These error coins are genuinely scarce and highly prized, especially when preserved in uncirculated or near-perfect condition. High-grade examples graded MS-67 or MS-68 by professional services such as PCGS or NGC are particularly rare, as most coins entered circulation and suffered contact marks. The combination of a historically popular president, an early series production flaw, and top-tier condition creates intense demand among specialists. Market value for the John Adams presidential $1 coin varies widely depending on condition and variety, with the most valuable examples commanding impressive prices for a modern dollar. Standard circulated coins typically trade at face value, while uncirculated examples range from $5 to $20 depending on luster and preservation. Certified MS-67 examples often sell between $150 and $300, while MS-68 specimens can exceed $1,000 at auction. The most expensive edge lettering error varieties, particularly dramatic doubled or missing lettering errors in high grades, have realized prices ranging from $2,000 to over $5,000 in competitive auctions, reflecting strong collector demand and limited supply. These values are supported by consistent auction records rather than speculation, showing steady appreciation over time. For collectors seeking high-quality examples, careful examination and authentication are essential. Identifying true edge lettering errors requires close inspection, as wear or postment damage can mimic genuine varieties. Certification by respected grading services is strongly recommended, as it confirms authenticity, assigns an accurate grade, and significantly enhances resale value. Proper storage in inert holders, away from humidity and temperature extremes, helps preserve the coin's distinctive golden finish. Collectors often find the best examples through established coin dealers, major auction houses, and trusted numismatic communities, where provenance and grading standards are transparent. In conclusion, the John Adams presidential $1 coin represents a compelling fusion of early American history and modern numismatic craftsmanship. Though minted centuries after his presidency, it powerfully commemorates a leader whose influence shaped the nation during its fragile beginnings from 1797 to 1801. Its strongest appeal lies in rare error varieties and exceptional condition examples, which elevate it from a common modern issue to a serious collector coin with proven market strength. For both new enthusiasts and seasoned numismatists, the most valuable John Adams dollars offer historical depth, visual interest, and solid long-term collecting potential, securing their place in the evolving landscape of U.S. coin collecting. Next up to in the most expensive and valuable United States coin closely associated with the Andrew Jackson era of 1829 to 1837 is the 1836 Gobrecht silver dollar, a coin that holds an almost legendary status in American numismatics. Although Andrew Jackson does not appear on the coin itself, this dollar was produced during his presidency and reflects the political, economic, and artistic climate of his administration. Collectors prize the Gobrecht dollar for its direct connection to the return of the silver dollar after a long hiatus, its groundbreaking design, and its role as a bridge between early U.S. coinage and later mass-produced silver dollars. Its combination of historical importance, limited production, and strong demand has made it one of the most sought-after and valuable coins of the Jacksonian period, commanding exceptional prices whenever high-quality examples appear on the market. The historical context of the 1836 Gobrecht dollar is deeply tied to Andrew Jackson's hard money policies and his opposition to paper currency and centralized banking. For decades prior, silver dollars were rarely minted because their intrinsic metal value exceeded their face value, causing them to be melted or exported. Under Jackson's presidency, renewed emphasis on specie led to efforts to reintroduce the silver dollar into circulation. Christian Gobrecht, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver, created the design as part of this initiative, and the coins were struck primarily in Philadelphia. Although many Gobrecht dollars were technically patterns or presentation pieces, they marked a critical turning point that eventually led to the regular issuance of silver dollars, beginning with the seated Liberty series in 1840, making them historically indispensable. The unique features of the Gobrecht dollar set it apart visually and artistically from earlier American coins. The obverse depicts a graceful seated figure of Liberty holding a shield and a pole topped with a Liberty cap, symbolizing national strength and freedom, while the reverse shows a soaring eagle in flight, an image that was both innovative and controversial at the time. Struck in .900 fine silver, the coin measures approximately 39 to 40 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 26.7 grams, giving it a substantial and impressive presence. High-grade examples display remarkable detail, especially in Liberty's gown folds and the eagle's feather definition, and certain varieties feature the inscription, "See Gobrecht F" on the base, further enhancing their desirability among advanced collectors. Rarity is one of the defining factors behind the Gobrecht dollar's immense value, as mintages were extremely limited compared to regular issue coins. Estimates suggest that only a few hundred to just over 1,000 pieces were struck across all varieties in 1836 and 1839, with even fewer surviving today in collectible condition. Several die alignments and reverse orientations exist, some far rarer than others, and collectors pay close attention to whether the eagle appears flying level or rising. Condition plays a critical role, as many surviving examples show evidence of handling or cabinet friction, while truly uncirculated pieces are exceedingly scarce. This combination of low original production and attrition over time has made the coin a centerpiece of rarity in Jackson-era numismatics. In terms of market value, the 1836 Gobrecht dollar consistently ranks among the most expensive U.S. silver coins of the early 19th century. Circulated examples in lower grades can still command prices ranging from $100,000 to $250,000 depending on eye appeal and variety, while well-preserved examples in about uncirculated or mint state condition often sell for $400,000 to well over $1 million at major auctions. Exceptional specimens with strong strike quality, original surfaces, and desirable die pairings have achieved even higher results in competitive bidding environments. The coin's value is driven not only by its rarity, but also by its status as a foundational issue in American silver dollar history, ensuring steady long-term appreciation. Collectors interested in acquiring a Gobrecht dollar must approach the market with careful preparation and patience. Authentication and certification by respected grading services are essential due to the coin's high value and the existence of deceptive counterfeits. Buyers should study the different varieties, die alignments, and surface characteristics to better understand what drives premiums within the series. Proper storage in a stable, climate-controlled environment is crucial to preserving the coin's condition, and acquisitions are best made through established auction houses, reputable dealers, or well-known numismatic networks where provenance can be verified. Because examples appear infrequently, successful collectors often wait years for the right opportunity. In conclusion, the 1836 Gobrecht silver dollar stands as the most valuable and significant United States coin associated with the Andrew Jackson presidency, embodying the economic philosophy, artistic evolution, and monetary reform of the era. Its elegant design, extreme rarity, and direct link to the revival of the silver dollar make it a cornerstone of elite American coin collections. For both seasoned numismatists and serious investors, the Gobrecht dollar represents far more than a rare artifact. Next up in among the most expensive and historically important early American numismatic pieces associated with George Washington, from the 1789–1797 period, is the 1792 Washington, President Cent. a private pattern coin that stands today as one of the most revered artifacts of early United States coinage. Although no circulating federal coin bearing Washington's portrait was officially struck during his presidency, this issue occupies a legendary place in numismatics because it represents the earliest serious attempt to place the image of a living American leader on a coin. Collectors prize it not only for its extreme rarity and value, but also for its symbolic connection to the birth of the nation and the presidency itself. Demand for the 1792 Washington cent remains consistently strong at the highest levels of the market, with elite collectors, institutions, and museums competing fiercely whenever an example appears, making it one of the most sought-after early American pattern coins ever produced. The historical context of the 1792 Washington cent is deeply intertwined with the formation of the United States monetary system and George Washington's role as the nation's first president. Struck privately in 1792, just as Congress was debating the Coinage Act and the establishment of the U.S. Mint, the coin reflects the uncertainty and experimentation of America's earliest years. The design is widely attributed to Jean Pierre Draws and executed by engraver Birch, whose name appears on some varieties, lending further historical credibility and intrigue. These pieces were not minted at the Federal Mint, which had only just begun operations in Philadelphia, but were instead produced as presentation pieces and proposals to demonstrate what a national coinage might look like. The appearance of Washington's portrait during his lifetime was controversial, echoing fears of monarchy, and this very controversy limited production, unintentionally creating one of the greatest rarities in American numismatics. Visually, the 1792 Washington cent is striking and unmistakable, particularly in high-grade examples. The obverse features a dignified right-facing bust of George Washington with flowing hair, accompanied by the inscription, G. Washington President, a bold declaration of national identity at a time when such symbolism was still being defined. The reverse typically displays an eagle with spread wings within a wreath, along with patriotic inscriptions such as 1 cent and United States of America, reinforcing the coin's nationalistic purpose. Struck in copper, the coin is larger and heavier than later cents, reflecting the influence of British and European coinage standards. Fine engraving detail, especially in Washington's facial features and hair, elevates the coin to a level of artistry rarely seen in early American issues, making well-preserved examples visually captivating and technically impressive. Rarity is one of the defining characteristics of the 1792 Washington cent and the primary driver of its extraordinary value. Surviving populations are extremely small, with numismatists estimating only a few dozen genuine examples across all known varieties. Factors such as limited private production, early hoarding by prominent individuals, and heavy attrition over more than 2 centuries contribute to this scarcity. Condition plays an outsized role in desirability, as many surviving pieces exhibit corrosion, porosity, or wear consistent with early copper coinage. High-grade examples, particularly those with smooth surfaces and strong detail, are exponentially rarer than lower-grade specimens, and even minor improvements in condition can result in dramatic increases in value. The combination of historical importance and microscopic population ensures relentless demand regardless of broader market conditions. In terms of market value, the 1792 Washington cent consistently ranks among the most valuable early American copper coins. Lower-grade examples with issues typical of early copper can command prices in the range of several $100,000, while problem-free pieces in very fine to extremely fine condition often exceed $1 million at auction. Exceptional specimens, especially those with provenance to famous collections or superior eye appeal, have realized prices well above $2 million in major auction sales. Market strength for this coin has shown remarkable resilience over time, driven by its crossover appeal to collectors of Washington memorabilia, early American history, and elite pattern coinage. Its value is supported not by speculation, but by enduring historical relevance and absolute rarity. For collectors seeking to acquire or study this coin, careful attention to authenticity, condition, and provenance is essential. Because of its value and prestige, the 1792 Washington cent has been widely reproduced, making certification by respected grading services a critical step in any purchase. Collectors should prioritize originality, surface quality, and clear attribution to known varieties, as these factors significantly affect long-term desirability. Proper storage is especially important for early copper, with stable environments and inert holders helping preserve surfaces and prevent further degradation. Most acquisitions occur through major auction houses or established numismatic dealers, and participation in advanced collector communities can provide valuable insight and access to trustworthy opportunities. In conclusion, the 1792 Washington President cent stands as the most valuable and historically significant coin associated with George Washington from the 1789–1797 era, embodying the ideals, uncertainties, and ambitions of the young United States. Its blend of political symbolism, artistic excellence, and extreme rarity places it at the pinnacle of American numismatics, appealing equally to historians, investors, and seasoned collectors. As a tangible link to Washington's presidency and the nation's earliest steps toward a unified currency, the coin transcends its material value, offering cultural and historical significance that few artifacts can match. For those fortunate enough to own or study one, it represents not just a remarkable collectible, but a cornerstone of American heritage with enduring potential for appreciation. Next up to and the most expensive and highly prized United States coin associated with the era of President Ulysses S. Grant, who served from 1869 to 1877, is widely regarded by numismatists as the legendary 1870 $3 gold piece. Although Grant himself does not appear on the coin, this issue is deeply tied to his presidency through its date, its historical context, and its symbolic connection to a rapidly expanding post-Civil War America. The 1870 $3 gold coin occupies a near-mythical status in American numismatics, celebrated for its extreme rarity, elegant design, and immense market value. Collectors actively pursue it not only because of its scarcity, but because it represents a singular moment in U.S. history when gold coinage reflected national ambition, Western expansion, and economic recovery. Demand for this coin remains exceptionally strong, with elite collectors and institutions viewing it as a crown jewel capable of anchoring even the most advanced collections. The historical backdrop of the 1870 $3 gold coin is essential to understanding its importance. Minted during the first full year of Grant's presidency, it emerged at a time when the United States was rebuilding after the Civil War while expanding its economic reach westward. The San Francisco Mint, which produced this coin, was a vital institution during the California Gold Rush era and symbolized federal authority in the American West. The 1870 issue is believed to have been struck primarily for ceremonial purposes, possibly to mark the placement of the San Francisco Mint's cornerstone, an event attended by prominent officials. Unlike standard circulation issues, these coins were not intended for commerce, which explains their astonishingly low survival rate. The $3 gold denomination itself was already unusual, originally introduced in 1854 to facilitate the purchase of postage stamps, making this particular issue an extraordinary convergence of rarity, symbolism, and historical timing. From a design perspective, the 1870 $3 gold coin is a masterpiece of mid-19th century American engraving. The obverse features the iconic Liberty head designed by James B. Longacre, depicting Liberty wearing a Native American-style headdress inscribed with the word Liberty. A powerful artistic statement blending classical imagery with American identity. The reverse displays a wreath composed of agricultural elements such as corn, wheat, cotton, and tobacco, symbolizing national prosperity and unity. Struck in .900 fine gold, the coin weighs 5.015 grams and measures 20.5 millimeters in diameter, giving it a distinctive size and feel compared to other gold denominations. In high-grade condition, the coin exhibits sharp details, rich luster, and a warm golden hue that elevates its visual appeal, making it one of the most aesthetically admired U.S. gold coins ever produced. Rarity is the defining characteristic that drives the mystique and value of the 1870 $3 gold coin. Although official mint records indicate a mintage of 1, numismatic research suggests that only a handful were struck, and today it is believed that just one confirmed example exists in private hands. This makes it one of the rarest regular-issue United States coins of any denomination. The coin's condition further amplifies its desirability, as the known specimen is well preserved, displaying strong strike quality and minimal wear. In numismatics, rarity combined with high condition creates exponential value growth, and this coin exemplifies that principle perfectly. Its near-unique status ensures that whenever it appears on the market, it commands immediate attention from the world's most serious collectors. The market value of the 1870 $3 gold coin reflects its unparalleled status. In recent private transactions and auction references, the coin has been valued at well over $3 million, with estimates often ranging between $3 and $5 million depending on market conditions and collector demand. Its value is driven not only by its rarity, but by its historical association with the Grant era, its gold content, and its legendary reputation within the numismatic community. Unlike more common high-value coins that fluctuate with market trends, this issue exists in a category of its own, where scarcity outweighs short-term price movements. Over time, its value has demonstrated consistent appreciation, reinforcing its reputation as both a cultural artifact and a blue-chip numismatic investment. For collectors aspiring to own or study coins from the Grant presidency, the 1870 $3 gold coin sets the ultimate benchmark. While ownership is realistically limited to only the most elite collectors or institutions, its existence influences how collectors approach other Grant-era gold and silver coins. Collectors are advised to focus on certified examples from reputable grading services, even for more accessible issues from the period, as authentication and condition are critical to long-term value. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments, along with careful handling, is essential for preserving gold coins of this era. Participation in major auctions and engagement with established numismatic dealers and scholarly communities can also provide valuable insights into identifying legitimate, high-quality examples tied to this historically rich period. In conclusion, the 1870 $3 gold coin stands as the most expensive and valuable United States coin associated with the presidency of Ulysses S. Grant, embodying the intersection of history, artistry, and extreme rarity. Its connection to a transformative era in American history, combined with its exquisite design and near-unique survival, ensures its lasting appeal among collectors and historians alike. Whether viewed as a historical monument, an artistic triumph, or a long-term investment, this coin represents the pinnacle of Grant-era numismatics. Its enduring prestige continues to inspire collectors at all levels, securing its place as one of the greatest treasures in the entire landscape of United States coin collecting.